students, how are you? I hope you are all fine, and I welcome you to e-learning and I welcome you to AECS for Rawatbhata, and I am Kiran. Students, you have now reached class 12 and you should be now more serious, and please be present at the time of your lecture because your attendance is being recorded, and if your attendance daily attendance is less than 75%, then you will not be able to sit in board examination. Therefore, you have to attend the online classes and mark your present by saying present man, because your daily attendance is being recorded. Students, today I will take chapter 4 of unit 1, and the name of the lesson is reproductive health. And before going to today's topic, just a recap what we have. Reproduction in organisms. The second one was sexual reproduction in flowering plants, and the third was human reproduction. So you have already completed this by means of modules and by means of certain lectures. And now this is the fourth lesson. Students, if you have any doubt regarding the previous chapters, lesson 1, 2, and 3, you may ask in our doubt sessions. I will take a special class according to lesson wise, and I will take a special class to clarify your doubts. Okay, students, so that I will inform you earlier which lesson I am going to take for the doubt. So today we are ready with the chapter 4, that is reproductive health, and this is chapter 4 from your unit 1. Students, there are many different definitions of reproductive health. See, students, if any human being, whether the human being is a male or a female, if the human male or female attains puberty, means if the human male and female becomes reproductively active, then after this there are many important changes that occur inside the body of male and female, the girls and boys, and because of which they become reproductive active. So in this lesson, you have already learned all these about all the things, all the important changes that take place during adolescence in the previous chapter. You are already familiar about the reproductive organs, and in this lesson, basically we will learn about how to maintain a good reproductive health, which is required for maintaining a healthy society. So there are many definitions there are many definitions of reproductive health, but the definition which was given by WHO, it is that the definition which was given by WHO, it is that the reproductive health is the state of being healthy if a person is physically, mentally, mentally healthy, and if the behavior of the person in the society is very nice, and if the person is behaving in a nice way in the social background also. So reproductive health refers to the state of physical, emotional, behavior, and social well-being of a human being, either a male or a female. So students, to maintain a good reproductive health, there are many programs which are being run all around the world. And similarly, to maintain good reproductive health, some programs are also done in India. And and these programs which are done in India, they are known as family planning. And this family planning word, it was this program that comes under family planning, they are all related to maintain a good reproductive health. And in India, it was started in 1951, and India is among the first country, means many countries are all around the world. They have also started family planning, and they have when India has started family planning, all different other countries also have started family planning, but India is the among this the first country who has started the family planning. Means along with India, there are some other countries also who have initiated the programs which come under family planning. Students, Here there are certain terms that you should know and the full forms of certain terms that you should know. The first one is RTH. RTH is Reproductive and Child Health Care Program. What is it? It is Reproductive and Child Health Care Program, and in India it was started in 1997. This program is it is a running program. These are the current programs that are going on in India, which are concerned with a good reproductive health of both the mother and the child, are known as reproductive and child health care programs. So they all come under family planning only. Okay, but this program is the current programs that are being done in India. Now, to maintain a good reproductive health, there are special changes there are certain changes which are done in the society, and there are still certain changes that has to be done in the society. For example, to maintain a good reproductive health, the first a good reproductive health, the education of the good reproductive health starts right from the family. So parents, the mother and the father, they are the first teachers of any child. So their role is very important. Whenever a child reaches the adolescent age, the work of mother and father increases. So they should give knowledge to their child about the sex education, about the family planning, and about how to maintain a good reproductive health and how to behave nicely in the society in a friendly manner. So at that time, a child is very tender. Means at the time of adolescence, the child is very tender and he or she is very active in mentally, physically, and socially. So parents are the first teachers of the child. They have to explain each and every concept to the child in a good manner and a healthy and a friendly manner, so that the child, when comes out of the house, behaves in a nice manner, in a healthy manner. Now, next comes the role of teachers. So now, almost in every school, sex education programs are being done, and the adolescent, especially the students which are in the adolescent period, means after attaining an age of 11 and 12 or 13, means the teenagers, they are given education about the reproductive organs, how to maintain a good reproductive health, and how to behave nicely in the society, how to interact with the strangers, how to interact with the friends. So these all things are already done in the schools, and if they are not done, the school should adopt these measures so that the students are already familiar about the things and they behave in a good manner when they go out, and they can accommodate in the society very easily because they are already acquainted with these things. Okay, students. The next is the programs that come in the TV, okay, or in the media, in the internet. So the parent should always sit with the child while the child is watching TV or using internet, so that the right content is only visible by the child and in a healthy manner. So these all media, internet and TV, they are valuable also, and they give a very good information about the reproductive health. So child should take all these things in a positive manner. Okay, students. So, and the next is the work of the doctors. So, whenever an adolescent or a teenager goes to doctor, the doctor also informs the child in a right manner. And in this way, if all of means the parents, the teacher, the school, and the doctors, and if all of them they work in a coordinated manner, certainly the student and the child will be in the right path, and the student will gain that knowledge which is positive, by which the student gains the positive energy and reacts positively in this particular topic. So, student, when the child is already acquainted with the knowledge of what is reproductive health and what are the reproductive organs, how they function, when they function, and what are the ill effects of, means what is the right age of bearing a child, and what are the consequences of having a child. So, if all these knowledge is already gained by the child will definitely go in a right path and settles with the family very sincerely and very easily. So, student, here is the term STD. If the student or the child already has this knowledge, the student also should also have knowledge what is STD. STD is sexually transmitted diseases. These are for example, AIDS. AIDS is a very common sexually transmitted disease, but AIDS is also transmitted by other means also. So the child should have a knowledge what are the diseases which can occur, which can infect. What are the certain pathogens which can infect our body or the student or the child's body if the child is with the unprotected sex. Okay, student. So there are many. For example, syphilis is a sexually transmitted disease. Then AIDS is a sexually transmitted disease. Now in the new book, this STD in place of STD it is STI. So STI is sexually transmitted infection. The same thing. Disease STD is sexually transmitted disease, and STI is sexually transmitted infection. Both are same, but D is disease and I is for infection. And you are already familiar about AIDS. AIDS is an example of STD, and it's a popular disease because this disease is a type of disease which is also known as the syndrome because it has so number of symptoms. Because if any person has this disease, the person has so many symptoms of different disease because the immune system becomes so weak in this disease that the person gets the infection very easily. Therefore, there is the word acquired immune deficiency syndrome. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So this disease itself is a sexually transmitted disease, and the pathogen is a virus which is human immunodeficiency virus which causes this disease. Next is the amniocentesis. This is a term that you should know. Actually, what happens, students, whenever a lady has a child in the womb, you all know that when the child develops in the uterus for the 9 months, the child is present in a bag-like structure, right? So between the child and the bag there is a liquid, and that liquid is known as amniotic fluid. So within this liquid, the child develops. So this liquid this liquid is required for the healthy growth of the child. So what happens? Actually, there is a technique which is known as amniocentesis. This amniocentesis is a technique in which the amniotic fluid, means the fluid which surrounds the developing child. That fluid is taken out from the womb of mother to check if the child has any genetical problems or genetic disorders like Down syndrome or hemophilia. So this technique is adopted, but there are uses of this techniques and there are misuses of this technique also. So you should be familiar what are the uses and what are the techniques of the techniques of the means what are the uses of this technique. The first use of this technique is that the fluid is taken out to know the genetic disorders. For example, suppose a pregnant lady goes for a normal checkup, and the doctor finds certain abnormalities in the child. The qualified doctor prescribes this test to the women, and this test is done. So by when the amniotic fluid is taken out, by that we can know whether really the child developing is abnormal or the child is healthy. So, because certain chromosomes also, this amniotic fluid has certain substances in it, which gives the information that the child is abnormal or a healthy one, right? So, this fluid is taken out, and the technique is known as amniocentesis. Now, what happens? There is a misuse of this technique, and the misuse of this technique is that while doing this, while taking out the amniotic fluid, the doctors know the sex of the child, and sometimes this technique is misused by the couples to know the sex of the child. And if you go few years back in history, you will see that this technique was misused on a large scale for knowing the sex of the child. And if the couple knows that the sex of the child is a girl child, then the couple goes for its abortion, for the female abortion. So there is actually a strict ban on using this technique. This technique is used only by the qualified doctor, and only this technique will be used if the doctor has a hint that the child is abnormal. If the child is healthy, then there is no use of taking out the amniotic fluid. So this technique, there should be a ban. There is actually a ban, but some, however, there are some parts where this technique is being used to know the sex of the child. So it should be strictly banned and strict. And there are certain laws also. There are certain laws which are imposed if the couple use this technique to know the sex of the child, because it has certainly, if the couple knows that it's a girl child, the sex of the child is girl, then the couple goes for the abortion of the female child, and the girl child is it leads to the death of the girl child. So certainly this technique has led to the decrease in the amount of, in the population of the girls, and it has disturbed the sex ratio of the boy and girl. So it is banned in India and most parts of the world also. Student, CDRI, it's an institute. It is the name of an institute, and the institute is Central Drug Research Institute, which is situated in Lucknow. This is a one-mark question, which is very important, and this question you will find for many years, because this is a popular MCQ question, and this institute is very important because here most of the drugs which are made in India, they are made in where they are made? They are made in CDRI, which is Central Drug Research Institute, and it is situated in Lucknow. So, a popular medicine which is made by this institute is Saheli, and Saheli is a contraceptive which is used by the females, and till the day the female don't want to have the child, the female can take this medicine. So, Saheli is a contraceptive, and it is made by the Central Drug Research Institute, which is in Lucknow. Student, now if we have all the knowledge of reproductive health, if we have good hospitals, if we have better medical facility, this will certainly decrease the MMR and INR. MMR is maternal mortality rate, and IMR is infant mortality rate. Mortality means the death rate. Okay. If a good reproductive health is maintained, if we have good medical facilities, if we have good equipment, medical equipment, if we have well maintained hospitals, then certainly the maternal death can be minimized, and it also leads to decrease in the infant death or the mortality rate, because the health conditions in India have improved a lot. So if the delivery of the female takes place in a good environment, in a clean environment, certainly we can save both mother and the child. So MMR is maternal mortality rate and IMR is infant mortality rate. Now, to decrease these rates, I have already told you that you should have good doctors, nurse, good medical facility, good medical equipment, and certain programs are also done in India that I have already told you that family planning are done, family planning is done, and you have popularly, you have listened to a slogan. Often you come across the slogan that हम दो and हमारे दो, and English it is two and our two. So two and our two means the couple they are two, male and female, and they will have only two child, and after that they will go for some family planning program for because of which they can stop having child after certain age. So by this we can certainly maintain a good health of the female that has the child, because if we go back in history we can see that if we go back to 40-50 years back, we'll see that the female they have many children, they used to have many children, and there the reproductive health of the female was very down, and the female was lean and thin, and after some days the female may die also. And there if we see the mortality rate of both the female and the child, you will see that there was a very high increase in the death or the mortality rate of both the mother and the child. But now the scenario has changed because of the family planning program and the this RCH program that are being run in India. So this is a program which is normally run in India, and now certain couples they are switching to a new type of program in which the couple want to have only one child. So this is also being followed more in India, and if the couple decide to have one child, then this will certainly bring down the population, and if the population is reduced, most of the problems are reduced. The problem of education, poverty, non-availability of food, every problem is solved if we somehow if we somehow decrease the rates of increased population. Okay, so one child norm and two child norm. And one more thing is that in India, the age at which a girl can marry a boy, it is 18, and if it is increased to 21, or if the girl is given some more time, then certainly if the body of the girl becomes a mature, and at the right, if she bears a child at the right time, then it will the newborn will be healthy, and both the mental status of child and the mother will be in a right position, because she is mentally socially strong to bear the child. And before 18, if the girl child has a child, if she bears a child, then the body is unfit to bear a child. Either it will lead to the death of the female, or it will lead to the death of the child. So to maintain a healthy reproductive health, the girls they should be married only after 18, and if possible after 21, so that the girl is both emotionally and mentally strong to bear, even physically strong to bear the child, because bearing is a child is not a play. It's a process which needs the physical, mental, and social fitness, both in terms of food and both in the terms of health also. Now, students, okay, students. Now the next one is that after reading this, we should know that. This was all about the introduction of the lesson. This basically lesson deal about the family, about the birth control method, and all the birth control methods are basically divided into three different methods. One is natural method, the second one is barrier method, and the third one is the surgical method. So student will learn few things more about what are the different techniques which come under natural methods, barrier methods, and surgical methods. Students, natural methods are the methods in which can occur naturally and which can occur naturally by using certain natural methods. When we go deep in this, there I will explain you. And we don't have to use any surgery, we don't have to undergo any surgery, or we don't have to use any medicines in the natural method. Thus, there are certain natural methods by which the birth of a child can be controlled. The next one is the barrier method. Barrier method is the method in which a barrier is placed between the gametes. And what are the gametes? The male gamete is sperm and the female gamete is ovum. So a barrier is placed between meeting of sperm and ovum, and by this the fertilization can be prevented. So since a barrier is placed between sperm and ovum, therefore this is known as a barrier method. The third one is surgical method. In surgical method, the male or either of the male or female has to undergo a surgery in which the sperm duct or the fallopian tube. If the male is undergoing surgery, then the sperm duct is cut and ligated, and if the female is undergoing surgery, then the fallopian tube is cut and ligated or tied, so that the meeting of both sperm and ovum cannot take place, and we can prevent the fertilization to take place. But surgical method is it's a permanent method, and to reverse surgical method is very difficult. So both of them are temporary method, and surgical method is the permanent method. In which if the couple decide now we don't want a child, then the couple can decide either the male or the female can go for the surgery. So students, now we'll go to the we'll study about these methods one by one. Student, the first one is natural method, as I told you. So this is the first method, natural method. And what we are reading? We are reading about the birth control methods. So students, the first one is the natural method. Natural method, it's a method in which the couple, if the couple decide that the couple don't want a child, or the couple is not ready to have a child, or the couple want the or the couple wants to have a child after few years, the couple can adopt this method. Under this, there are other sub methods. The first one is periodic abstinence. This is a method. See, for understanding this periodic abstinence, you should know the periodic cycle in a woman, which is also known as the menstruation cycle. The periodic cycle, the whole periodic cycle of the female, that is for 28 or 30, 28 or 30 days, it is different in different female. So during this period of time, if they start from the first day of the menstruation or the period, then the time period between the 10th and the 17th day of the menstrual cycle, this is known as the fertile period. So during this fertile period, what happens? The fertility, there are more chances of fertilization because ovulation has taken place. Normally, the ovulation takes place on the 14th day, around 14th day, but it is different in different females. It can happen on 11th or 12th or 13th or 14th or even 15th, 16th day. So it is different females. On an average, the ovulation or the release of ovum happens on the 14th day, right? And the release of ovum is known as ovulation. You already know. So now, between the 10th day to 17th day, the ovum is released, and if the couple don't want to have the child, then they have to restrict themselves from undergoing sexual intercourse because this is the fertile period, and before means 1 to 9 this period and 18 to 28 or 38 days, this is the period during which the chances of fertilization are very low or nil. Only the chances of fertilization are very high during the 10th and 17th day, which is the fertile period. Why? Because during this the ovum is released. So the couple has to decide to means to select this period of time for the sexual intercourse if they don't want to have a child. The next one is withdrawal or coitus interruptus. It means discharging the semen out of the body of the female so that the process of fertilization don't take place. Now, the third one is lactation amenorrhea. This is double R. So, this lactation amenorrhea means, see what happens after a female delivers the child, the child is breastfed. So as along means if the female decides to feed the baby for a longer period of time, then during that time what happens, there are certain hormonal changes inside the body because of which the process of ovulation is very less or nil, means that ovum will not come out and the process of menstruation will be absent. So that particular period is, or during that period, the possibility of fertilization is very low or nil. So that is lactational amenorrhea, means lactation is the period during which the mother feeds the child with the breast milk. So these are the natural methods. Now we will go to the next method, which is known as the barrier method. Students, if you have any doubt regarding today's topic, you can pose your doubt. So at the end of the session, around 40 to 45 minutes of starting of this lecture, I will take your doubts and I will try to solve them. Okay, students. So coming again back to the next method. The next method is the barrier method. Barrier method means we place a barrier between the pathway of ovum and sperm, means we anyhow prevent the fertilization of ovum and sperm. So this is by the use of condoms by the males and by the use of diaphragm and cervical caps and walls by the female. So the barrier method can be used both, it can be used by males or it can be used by females also. And if this method is applied along with there are certain creams also which destroy the sperms. So if this method is employed it is added with the certain things that I have told you, then it increases the efficiency of working of barrier method. And the last method that we in this method there are certain IUCDs also that you have learned in 7th class. Yes, student. So as I am here, I was here birth control method. So birth control method can be used by, I have already explained you. Now the next method is IUD, using of certain devices which are known as IUD, and IUD is intrauterine devices or intrauterine contraceptive devices. If the couple don't want to have a child for certain period of time, the couple can adopt this method because it's a temporary method of not bearing a child or a temporary method of contraception. Students here, this IUD, which is known as intrauterine contraceptive or the intrauterine devices, these are placed inside the female's body. These are very small implants which are placed in female's body by a qualified doctor or a nurse inside the uterus, and there, if they are planted, they prevent the implantation and the fertilization of the sperm and ovum. So what happens actually? There are certain medicines which have these implants, they are of copper. They have copper ions, and what copper ions do? These copper ions, some examples of these type of implants are CUT, CU capital T and CU7. So these type of implants, they decrease the motility. The copper ions decrease the motility of the sperm, and the speed of the sperm becomes very less, so that they cannot fertilize the ovum. So the motility of the it decreases the motility of the sperm. Okay. So what is the use of copper ions here in the implant? They decrease the motility of the sperm. And the next one is, there are certain hormonal based IUCDs which, for example, LNG20. How it works? It breaks the sperm. So when the sperm becomes non-viable, or when the sperm breaks, then it becomes unfit for fertilizing a healthy ovum, and in this way the process of fertilization can be prevented. So these are actually the temporary methods. Whenever the couple wants to have a child, the female goes to the doctor or the nurse, and these implants are carefully removed so that the natural process of fertilization can take place. Okay. The next one is having pills. See, one pill I have already told is Saheli. That Saheli pill, it is used once in a week, so that the female don't have, the Saheli pill, actually it is made up of certain medicines, but it has been tried that the amount of steroid in it is very low, so that it has very few or no side effects on the female's body. So this Sageli has to be taken once in a week by the female till she prepares for having a child, not having a child. So that for that period of time, the female has to take it. And the next type of pills are for 21 days. These pills, they are daily taken by the female, and this is started from these 21 pills, they are started from the starting of the periodic cycle, within the first 5 days of the periodic cycle, and continuously for 21 days the female has to take these medicines, and from the 22nd day the female has to stop, because these are only 21 tablets, and from the 22nd day the female stops taking these medicines, and after this, for 7 days the female has to be without medicine, because if the process of fertilization don't take place. So this method, it prevents ovulation and prevents the implantation, because ovum will not come out, ovum will not be released by the female's body. Why? Because hormones, these medicines have changed the hormonal composition of the female's body. So student, the next method will do in the next session. If you have any doubt, you can ask. 16. Okay. Surgical method is also left. If you sit for 5-10 minutes, then I will finish this surgical methods also, so that we are done with the methods of contraception. First was natural method, the second was barrier method, and the third was surgical method. So I will finish that also so that we can finish the 75% of the and today's topic also. It will take only 5 minutes. So the third method is surgical method, and basically students, this is the third method, and that's a permanent method. If the couple don't want to have a child, this is a permanent method, and a small surgery is made in the either in the male or the female's body. So we'll see what happens in surgical method. See, in surgical method, there are two different methods in this. One is vasectomy, and another one is tubectomy. Vasectomy is done in males, human male, and tubectomy is done in human female. So what is basically done in vasectomy? The bar difference. It's a tube which carries the sperm from the scrotum towards the different organs. So this tube which is taken out by a small incision in the scrotum, and when this tube is taken, it is cut and it is then tied. So that when there is a cut, the sperm will not come out of the tube to meet the ovum, and hence the fertilization is prevented. The second one is tubectomy, in which the fallopian tube. In this, the fallopian tube which is cut and then it is ligated, means cut and then ligated, so it prevents the passage of ovum in the fallopian tube. Therefore, the fertilization of the sperm, which is released by the male, and with the ovum which is released by the female's body, will not take place, and hence there will be no implantation of the child. So these were the three methods of birth control. Students, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Just I will see if you have any doubts. Okay, students, you haven't posted any doubt. Since it's a first class, you may be not familiar with me to have post your doubts. Okay, it's okay. But from the next lecture, please try to post your doubts so that I can clarify it. Students, in the next lesson, we will continue this lesson only because we are left with some portion. That is medical termination of pregnancy, then sexually transmitted disease, and a small procedure that is IVF, in vitro fertilization, that we'll learn in the next lesson. Just we'll have a recap. Today we have learned about the importance of reproductive health, then we have learned about the family planning programs which are done in India, then we have learned about the roles of parents, teachers, society, and the doctors and the schools to in sex education, in giving sex education to the adolescent. Then we have learned the different methods of preventing contraception. The first one was natural, that is by using condoms and diaphragm. Condoms are used by males and diaphragms and cervical caps are used by the females. Then we have learned about the barrier. The first was natural method, in which there is a special period for which the couple has to take care about the sexual intercourse. And then we have learned about the barrier method. There we have learned about condoms and diaphragm, and IUCDs or IUDs, which is intrauterine devices. There we have learned how they are special devices, how these are implanted in the female body to prevent the implantation. What is implantation? Implantation is the attachment of the baby with the uterus of the mother. To prevent it, this IUDs devices, they are small implants which can be attached to the mother's body inside the uterus. And then we have learned how the pills are used to control the development of the child. And the last, we have learned that the surgical method, which is also a permanent method, is used by the couple. If the couple have 2 child or 1 child, if they decide that they don't want to have child in their future, then they can go for a small operation, which is If it is done in male, it is known as vasectomy, and if it is done in female, it is known as tubectomy, and it is absolutely safe. There are no side effects of these methods. So students, I hope I have covered most of the part of this lesson, and according to your module also. So in the next chapter, next lesson of this chapter, we'll learn about the medical termination of pregnancy, STDs, and IVF method. So students, be safe, be healthy, and try to remain in your house. So students, bye bye. Thank you.